Hey yo, what all my peeps? Hey yo, what all my peeps? One thing, dude, that we have to start teaching our kids is to start believing in themselves, man. You know what I mean? Like if you really look, since we're kids, they always teach us to believe in Santa Claus, to believe in the Tooth Fairy, to believe in everything, bro, religion, everything. But they never teach us to believe in ourselves, bro. You know what I mean? They never sit here and say, you know what, you could accomplish whatever you put in your mind. You know what I mean? They never tell us and say, you know what, if you write down goals, if you do this and you do that, you could achieve whatever you want in life. You know what I mean? As a kid, nobody ever tells us that. And I think it's time for us to change that, bro, and start teaching our kids to start believing in themselves, bro. To start believing in whatever it is that they want to do in life, dude. You know what I mean? Like real shit, man. If you're over there telling these kids, man, to believe in the tooth fairy, to believe in Santa Claus, to have all these religions, bro, and believe in all that shit, dude, we gotta start fucking telling them, hey, man, believe in you, believe in your dreams. Since my daughter's already 20, man, she's at university. I remember when I used to go drop her off at school. I always used to tell her that until this day. I tell her this when I go drop her off. Don't be a leader, man. Remember that you're a leader. You gotta follow. Stop following people, man. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people, bro, that don't know where they're going in life. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you follow the wrong people, the wrong crowd, you end up lost yourself. And that's real shit, man. So since my kid was little, dude, I always taught her that, man. I came from a fucked up home, from a fucked up family. So when I was a kid, I never heard that shit, dude. I heard the opposite. You know what I mean? So when I was a kid and I was getting all that, I was like, you know what? When I grow up, I'm gonna be different. When I grow up, I'm a I'm gonna be a different dad. I'm gonna be the dad that I wanted to have because I didn't have one or a mother. So I always said that. You know what I mean? So when I became a dad, I felt like I had a second chance. I believe that everybody has a different mentality in life. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that go through shit in life and they use that as an excuse to be dicks, to be assholes. You know what I mean? And they say, "Oh, you know what? I've been through that, so I don't know any better." And there's other people that go through shit in life. Life treats them like shit, and instead of them taking it out on other people, they say, "You know what? I don't like being treated like this, so you treat others different, bro." You know what I mean? So I think that's the reason why. I think that's the reason why. You know what I mean? Like when I became a dad and I see my daughter and she was growing up, I always put her that mentality. You know what I mean? That hey man, you could accomplish whatever you want. Be a leader, not a follower, man. I mean, if you're gonna follow somebody that knows what they're doing in life. You know what I mean? Like real shit, dude. Because you could spend your whole life trying to follow the wrong people, the wrong crowd. There's people out there that don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? So we always gotta teach our kids that too, man. Like all the time, we always want to teach our kids like school, 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 man, for our kids to be school smart, 100%, bro. But you also gotta teach them the street smarts too, man. You know what I mean? Like real shit. What's up, Logan? I got 3 Rottweilers right here. You know what I mean? But like real shit, especially in this world that we live in, dude. That all our kids see is negativity on their phones. They don't even watch TV no more, man. You know what I mean? At least when I was growing up, our parents saw what we were watching. But now we don't even see what our kids are watching. Who's talking to our kids? You know what I mean? Plus everything is alive. So we gotta teach our kids to be positive. We gotta teach our kids to believe in themselves. We gotta teach our kids, man, to write down goals, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta teach our kids values. We gotta teach your kids all that shit, bro. There's a lot of people that say, "Oh, times have changed." Just because times have changed doesn't mean your morals, bro, have to fucking change. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people say, "Rob, you know what I mean? Like the world you grew up in doesn't exist." I know it doesn't, bro, but that doesn't mean we can't teach your kids to be nice. You know what I mean? To have respect, and most important, dude, to believe in their fucking selves, man. You know what I mean? We gotta be positive with themselves. You know what I mean? With our kids, we gotta be positive with ourselves, man. You know what I mean? Because this world is full of negativity. This world full of fucking evil people, man. You know what I mean? Like if we don't teach our kids Somebody else gonna come and start whispering in your ears. I mean, I see the news, all these kids, man, like sad, disappearing, gone. You know what I mean? Like I always felt that I always wanted my kid to trust me. You know what I mean? I always wanted her to be like, well, shit, here's the fact. You know what? Let me call my dad instead of like, oh shit, I don't want my dad to find out. You know what I mean? Like I always told my kid, man, I'd rather respect you if you come and tell me what you did than me hearing it from somebody else. You know what I mean? That's what I think, and that's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of parents too, bro. Like they forget they were kids too. They want to act all straight like they wasn't kids too. Nah, man. Remember this, dude. When I was young, and the person that raised me, dude, never let me do shit. So I was lying and hiding shit. You know what I mean? So I'd rather like my daughter tell me, you know what, I'm gonna do this and that. I know where she's at. Than her lying to me or her being scared of me. I'd rather her respect me than fear me. You know what I mean? I don't know if you understand, but that's how I feel. I'd rather my kid respect me than to fear me. Because when they fear you, bro, they do bullshit behind your back. They lie to you. They do a whole bunch of shit, bro. Because they fear you. They fear the ass whooping. You know what I mean? Like I don't want my kid to fear me. I want my kid to respect me. I want my kid. To this day, my kid sits here and he just talks to me, and that's what I want. She's already 20 years old, dude. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes when we go through shit in life, and life treats us a different way or treats us fucked up, because life treats us all different, man. All of us got different shit going on. But I feel that when life treats us fucked up, bro, you either got a choice, like I said earlier. You either use that, bro, and say, you know what? I've been treated fucked up. I've been like this. I've been like that. I don't want to treat people like that. I mean, you got a choice, man. The choice is yours in life. That's when I hear grown ass people, bro, blaming. Like I have a couple of friends, bro. They always blaming their parents. You know what I mean? Like they're fucking little kids. Like, oh man, like my mom was like this with me outside of bro. That's when you were a kid. We're already in the 40s, bro. You know what I mean? You're doing stupid shit because you want to do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Stop making a mess, Logan. You know what I mean? Like in life, you have a choice, bro. The choice is yours. Being nice, bro. Being positive. Trying to help others, bro. That shit is pretty cool, man. I'd rather be a positive. Like there's a friend of mine. Well, he was a friend of mine, and he always used to tell me, "Man, Rob, you're too positive, bro. You're too positive." I never heard that before, bro. Because I'd rather hang around with a positive person than a negative person, bro. Because see, a negative person, bro, will never see the good in nothing, in nobody. A negative person, something good could be happening to them, bro, but they don't believe it. A positive person, bro, will turn into any negative fucking thing, any problem. Think something positive, fix the problem, and keep going, bro. So your mentality that you have. You know what I mean? Like I've been like this since I was a young bug. Since that lady that raised me, bro, was like, "Hey, you gotta get the fuck out of here." And I remember I bounced and I left. When I was like 16. And after that, I had no choice but to think positive, bro. You know what I mean? So I just kept that in my mind all the time growing up. Like I don't want to be like my parents. I don't want to be like this, you know. I didn't have role models growing up. I had people that want to be like. And I remember sitting there as a kid looking at those people, bro, and I was like, when I grow up, I don't want to be like this dicks. And I never did, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying, dude, we gotta teach our kids if we had some fucked up childhood, if we have all that, bro, we gotta change. I read this thing, dude, on it was on TikTok, I think it was. It was a thing that said like the black sheep, bro, are here to stop the family trauma. We're the ones that stop everything. You know what I mean? And I really feel like it, dude. Just from my bloodline, everybody was abusive. Everybody, either from my great grandma to my mom to me, getting our asses beat for no reason and all that shit. So everybody passed that on and passed that on and passed it on. But yet, here I came, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So I stopped that, bro, and I really feel pretty good about it. You know what I mean? So you have a choice in life, dude. You could either use your past for good or you could use your past for bad, dude. You could sit here and blame everybody, dude, and do a lot of stupid shit, bro. Or you could sit here, bro, and just say, you know what? It wasn't my fault being through that shit. It wasn't my fault those people threw me to that. So you know what? Why does my kid gotta pay for something? You know what I mean? So you gotta stop it. It's up to you, man. Only you could prevent bullshit from coming in your life. It's up to you to change, bro. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. You know? If you don't like where you came from, do something about it. If you don't like how your parents treated you, change, bro. Treat your kids and be that parent that you always wanted. That's why I don't understand when there's a lot of dudes out there, and I'm talking for myself, when they have kids, bro, and they just leave their kids. Like my dad did that shit. I got 17 brothers, but different ladies by my dad. So it tells you a lot, man. I don't never understood that. Or like I never understood when dudes come from good homes, good moms, good dads, and all that, and they don't want to be dads and they just abandon their kids. It's fucked up, man. Kids is a blessing to me, you know. Like I think being a dad, bro, is the thing that motivated me to keep going in life. That's the thing that pushed me, you know. And it's funny, bro, because I always say this. Like when I saw my daughter, I felt like I became Terminator, and she took the role of John Connor. You know what I mean? And no matter what life threw at me, no matter what came, I kept going, ran through it. You know what I mean? That's what I think, dude. In life, you gotta keep going. You gotta be positive. You know, life is full of bullshit. Life is full of snakes. Life is full of a whole bunch of dumb shit, a whole bunch of negative people, bro. You can't be part of that shit. You know, the more I grew up, bro, the more I changed, and the more I saw life different. The more I started valuing life, especially going through obstacles and surviving shit. You know what I mean? We're here for reasons, bro. In life, we're here for a reason. We're not here just for nothing, bro. We're here for something. We just gotta find out what we're here for. You know what I mean? Like 100%.